brings the grand total of this bike to $9,799.51. Much better. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back to work on the 2023 Yamaha R7. Like you guys just saw, we got our exhaust from YOSHIMURA. So we're gonna open up this amazing exhaust and throw it on the R7. Let's try it without the muffler. Much better. there you go. The YOSHIMURA exhaust has been installed on the R7, and wow, I'm impressed with that sound. It's definitely a switch up between the inline-4 Japanese high-pitched scream, and I love the deep rumble sound. And it's not obnoxious, which is a huge plus for where I live. I'm super happy with the YOSHIMURA system we have on this bike, along with that YOSHIMURA AIRBOX. Man, that's gonna make a huge difference. Now, like you guys saw earlier, we did build up our new radiator, put the fan on the back of it, along with the grommets and the bolts. So let's install this and fill up the R7 with coolant. We got the bike up to temp, it's running great. I even put it in first gear and clutched it in the garage, and man, it is smooth. And the headers are already getting a little bit golden from that heat. Anyway, as you can tell here, it's getting late and we've got more goodies to throw on this R7, so we will catch you tomorrow. Well, shoot, this is starting to look like a pretty sick bike. We loosely fit this piece on both here and down there. We also installed our turn signals from NRC. They bolted right in here and they're nice and firm. And here's the connector for that. That plugs right into that gray connector down there. But we gotta take that off one last time because I forgot about these pieces. This piece sits and bolts onto the inside of that fairing. So imagine this piece on the inside of this outer belly fairing. And likewise, the other plastic piece is for the other side. This is where the rectifier mounts, because right now it's just dangling on the side of the bike. Pro tip for you bike builder guys out there, I use plastic washers behind most of the bolts that are on paint so that it doesn't rip up the paint when you tighten it down. Now, I admit I don't do it on every single bolt, but it is pretty good practice to save that paint. All right, let's build up the left side, finish the right side, and once we finish those, we'll throw them on the bike. All right, it's the next day here at the shop. We're just about finished with the fairing. We're completing the last trim pieces that really finalize this whole fairing kit. Like the dash side panels, which cover all the electronics underneath the handlebars, including the ABS module. And boy, do those look good. Plus this really cool piece, which sits right underneath the headlight, snaps right in. Like, look at that fitment though. I'm telling y'all, a moto part knows what they're doing. These fairings fit so well. I've got a 10% code CJM10 for 10% off a fairing kit if you guys are looking to spice up your bike. Now lastly, we have the undershield fairings. Now the ones from Remoto Part, they look great, but they're plastic. And the ones OEM, these are like metal. So these will definitely do a better job with the rocks and the chips, and also being right next to the exhaust. So I think I just might run these black ones. I'll clean them up a little bit, touch up the scrapes, and then throw these metal ones on all the way underneath, because you'll never be able to see that anyway. And then we got ourselves a little decoration piece. And not only does the fairing kit come with all the painted pieces, but it also comes with the plastic pieces, like this piece, which mounts to the front of the belly pan, these trim pieces which hide the bolts for the main belly fairings, side panel pieces, etc. It really is a phenomenal complete kit. So let's complete the fairings on this beautiful R7. Man, that's a good looking color. We brought the R7 out into the sun and man, does it pop. It is still super filthy since it's been sitting in the garage for a bit, but we're gonna bring it back inside and do our final touches to the R7. First ride on the R7, we're about to hit the gas station. You know how it is. And this thing's never been filled up before. We also got to break in those rotors. They're feeling a little squishy. But man, this thing feels good. All right, here we are at the gas station. You know the spot, the OG spot. Put her in neutral, shut her down, bring her to the spot. Kaboom! Oh man, that feels amazing. That quick shifter is so crispy. So crispy. Now the only thing I'm a little concerned about is there's no steering stabilizer on this thing, so if I hit a pretty big bump, yeah, you know what happened. Death wobble. But it sounds so good as is. And it feels super smooth, very nimble. That quick shifter is phenomenal. Nothing falling off yet? Take a look. Oh, I see something loose. I see something loose, chat. Good thing we checked. I didn't tighten this. I'm an idiot. I only threaded them in by hand to begin with, and I forgot. So, in the pocket they go. We'll take a left here, gentlemen. Chat, do we open up this guy's mirror for him or nah? Nah, he might get mad. People out here aren't as loving as Texas and Florida, unfortunately. All right, it's time for a top speed run. And we got to about 130. Slow, my guy. That's second gear on my RC4. Like, what is this? I bet it sounded pretty good. Hey, should we do a flyby? Hey, let's do a flyby. Well, we cleaned off the R7 after the ride, got all the bugs off. Now she is shining once again. And now to conclude, we have a price reveal for you guys. So I bought this R7 wrecked for $5,500, so $5,500. And like you guys know, I get a lot of my parts from this website called Partzilla. They sell OEM Yamaha parts. And if you've seen a few of my videos, you guys know OEM parts always fit the best and work the best. So at Partzilla or OEM Yamaha, we spent $2,358.46 on parts. And lastly, you guys know I buy a lot of my parts from eBay because used parts are sometimes just as good as brand new. So at eBay, we spent $1,941.05 on parts for this R7. And now that brings the grand total of this bike to $9,799.51. Now the price tag for this R7 seems about pretty even with what these R7s are going for on the market currently. And remember, this ain't your average R7. This thing has this special YOSHIMURA airbox along with the full YOSHIMURA stainless steel AT2 exhaust. We've got these beautiful custom fairings from a moto part along with these NRC New Rage Cycles front and rear fender eliminator kits, along with the NRC plate, plus this pretty cool custom triple tree from a moto part. And then other than that, the only other thing this R7 could need is a tune. But besides that, this build is 100% complete. Like always, all the glory goes to God for this rebuild. We will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.